Hello everybody, this is Peter with GoodyReader.com. This is the Onyx Boox Note 10.3, and we just touched on note-taking in the review video. We're going to do a fully fledged note-taking video on this, so you don't have to kind of find where the note-taking segment is on our review video. We're going to go through every single one of these. So we'll start with the left here. This one will allow you to make lines if you want to do kind of graphing. It'll be perfectly straight lines, triangles, circles, and squares. Squares is my favorite because I've always liked to do this one where you go like that, you know, the perspective one, and then you choose a pencil, and I could have chosen the line for better lines, but make yourself a nice box. The stylus here, using for note taking, is very nice. You have the nib on one end and the eraser bit on the back. The eraser bit we have had a complaint with ever since the Onyx Boox was out. You see, it doesn't erase as you'd expect it to. It doesn't do like, you know what I mean? You can't erase on the fly. It erases the whole thing you've drawn. So if you go like this and go like that and you go like that, it erases the entire line, whereas you may not have wanted to do that. It can be snappy, but it can also be very, very unresponsive. Looking at this section, we do have a lot of different lines. So we have 12 lines, 16 point, 20 point, graphing. We'll just go through maybe 2 or 3 of these just to show you guys what we're looking at. You do have some music sheets, so you can make notes and, you know, music notes, and treble clefs. That is not a treble clef, but that is my version of one because I don't know how to draw a real one. So this is really cool because you can do multiple sheets, like endless amount of sheets of just sheet music. And if the pen size is too big for you, you can use a really tiny pen size like that and really get into the details of your symphony. So that's really cool. Also, let's get out of this because I kind of want to show you a clean page, and we'll try to do some erasing here. Okay, it's working today, but if you saw in our review video, it doesn't always work. So what this one is here, you do have line thicknesses. So we'll go to the thickest one. It's easiest to see on camera. So you'll see that no matter how hard I press, it doesn't change. So what Onyx has done is they've added pressure sensitivity by pressing this one here. Now the icons aren't really that much different, so it might be hard to kind of figure out, but that is basically pressure sensitivity, meaning you can do these nice light hairline lines, or if you press harder, you can do the thicker lines, and you can do them on the fly. So if you want to go like that, push down, release, push down, release, push down, release, like that, you can see the different levels of thickness without having to go back to change the settings. So you didn't do all of them. Guess you could just do a mass swipe like that. So if I wanted to draw something like that, you can go to the eraser function and you can click that to wipe everything away, or click on this to erase like so. But there isn't really a way to erase on the fly, and what I mean is if I go like that, I want to just erase, you know, that segment. Can't really do that because the eraser functions don't really allow you to erase a specific segment. So that's a little bit of a downside. At the top, you have a touch layer delete, which basically means nothing you do with your fingertips like that will work. You can always turn that off, of course, or turn that on from it being off. You also have a refresh, which will kind of refresh the screen, wipe everything away, release the staining and all that. This one is kind of interesting. I don't personally like it. It's kind of weird for me. Like, so what happens is it sets you a cursor up here, and if I draw a P in the middle of the page, throws it to there. Now, you'd think you can go, oh, I'm going to spell my name P-E, and I want to speed things along. I'm going to go T-E-R next. Well, it doesn't do it letter by letter. It does it square by square. So even if I were to draw a star, it's going to throw the star as the next thing you're typing. So, you know, I could draw like a weird looking snowman and it'll throw Mr. Snowman over there. So not the biggest fan of that feature, but it can be useful if you're, you know, if you want to get your specific handwriting there, or if you have like if you want to get your signature up there or something at the end of a document or whatnot. So just draw a couple lines here and show you guys something else. You can do backs and forwards, so basically means if I do something, I can do an undo, and I say, oh wait, I really like that crappy square I just did. You can do a redo, so that's kind of cool. Little settings gear up here exports the current page or exports all pages. All pages can be exported from 6 to 6. And you can create new pages on the fly like that, or delete them on the fly like that. Are you sure you want to delete this page? Yes. So no matter what you do on videos, people always complain about things, and we apologize about that. We're trying to make everyone happy, but it is obviously impossible. So people always say, why do you choose the biggest line size and draw really big? That doesn't help me. I want to make notes. And I do that because you can't see it on camera if I write really, really tiny. But it's fair, people do want to take notes on this thing. So I will show you what it looks like to take notes on this. So what it is like, my handwriting's terrible by the way, to take some notes on this device. Looks like this. So that is what it looks like. You can get really, really small down to the nitty-gritty of this and take some small notes. You can write really, really tiny on this, so really tiny. You can see that right there. So it's not always about the big lines. Like I said, I do that because it's easier to see on camera, but that is basically everything you need to know about the note-taking experience on this. Yes, you can save it. Yes, you can export it. Once you save this, it saves as a file on the device's memory. You plug this into your computer. It will register this as note, it'll be called. You just explore the contents, take what you need. This thing is really good for note-taking. Really, really nice. I really wish there would be some sort of erase on the fly feature or button, but it just seems to be either delete everything or delete one word at a time or one drawing at a time. So that's kind of a drawback, and it doesn't have a glow light. I really wish this thing had a glow light. It's not the screen size that prevents this thing from having a glow light. I mean, Icarus has a 9.7 inch that has a glow light, and this is 10.3. It's not even an inch bigger. You could have done it, but it does add costs, and we're getting off track. But either way, note-taking experience is fantastic on this. We highly recommend it. Check it out. It is available on Goody Reader's store. Ships anywhere in the world: Canada, America, Australia, Luxembourg, Andorra, anywhere. So for GoodyReader.com, this is Peter. Enjoy the rest of your day.